Hi all, my name is Shankar. I'm a founder of deep tech AI startup NaturalText. Today I'm going to talk about the issues in sentiment analysis as a generalized field that is known, or commonly known in other words as understanding customer feedback, market survey, or even in a specified fields that as pharmacovigilance. So these things are there in order to understand or gauge how the customer uses a product, or is there any issues with that, whether the customer is happy with it, and how they can improve the customer's experience, or if there are any issues, they can fix it. Or even before going to launching a product, spending your money, understanding that is there any need for the product in the market. So, and then in the specific cases that is in pharmacovigilance, in order to understand what is the side effects of the drugs in the general populace, to understand the feedback, is there anything that happens, any adverse effects happens that needs to be addressed. These are all general things, and the tools are also very general. It is not a specific tools, and then the tools also very limited in a sense that the tools can give you some kind of a numbers or a count, which means that it can give you a positive score, like something like a net positive score. It can give you something like how many customers are happy, how many customers are not happy with the product, and so on and so forth. These things doesn't address the actual issues or what is the actual thing the business needs from the tools. So the first thing is that there are three things in the issues. The first thing is that the results issue to the results itself, which means that results are not fully needed, or the results doesn't provide what is needed for the business. So something is that it doesn't say why, it just gives you a number, it just gives you what the number of things out there. It doesn't give you nuances, or it doesn't address you that why the customer is feeling happy or unhappy, what part is feeling unhappy. Is that the customer is feeling happy about overall things, but just she is annoyed by a very small thing that could be fixed, or it could be something like she's happy with the one service, doesn't happy with the other one, so on and so forth. It doesn't offer you that kind of a breakup, nor it doesn't offer you any kind of understanding of why the customer is happy or unhappy. It doesn't give you any kind of a list or extraction of any kind of a features and all. That is the first part. The second part is that the cleanup of the data. So how do you clean up the data with the tools itself? Of course, the tools you can use other things such as a metadata, like something like where this comes in, how long it is it having any grammar structure, and so on. If it doesn't have any words or phrases, you can tend to remove it. But it doesn't address, is there any fake data into it? Is there any unwanted data into it? Is there any spam data into it? Or is it correct people are doing the taking the survey? Is it somebody who never used a product took the survey or took the feed, taking the providing the feedback? And if you go to any kind of this e-commerce sites, there is a major problem that people do that spamming the feedback thing, so that you have to go and delete it, or you have to keep monitoring it. And the third thing is that the training or other things needed to set up these tools or set up these things. Something like you need a historical data, you have to keep these things out there. The major problem with the historical data on sentiment analysis is that people's sentiments change, people's opinion change. It's something like a fashion, like something maybe becoming a fashion. What is good in 20 years ago, it may come back or it may not come back. The age difference will be there. People will use this one, and then other people will do the other one. And we also saw that in the corona, the entirety of the people's behavior changed even after that too. So the earlier models have to be thrown out. They have to create a new one that is costly, that is problematic. So in this thing, this is where our AI, NaturalText AI comes in. Our AI is a fully different AI. This is a non-statistical or a symbolic AI, which means that our AI doesn't need a historical data to train. It can exploit the grammar structure and the patterns in the data by mathematical equations that it can automatically figure out by graph algorithms how to get the patterns or how to get the mathematical structure. In this case, grammatical structure into it, and how to use that structure to understand what is the distribution of the data, like in a text. Something like, is that all the text or the feedback belonging to the same kind of a structure, not exact structure, but the same kind of a structure. Because is it talks about the same thing, or is it talks about different things? Is that everybody using the same kind of a jargon, not exact jargons or something, which indicates that the experts or whatever the people use the product. If you go to a gaming or anything, the jargon slightly different. There are keywords that slightly different, but not all the keywords are same. There will be a different things, and our AI can take this thing and make this work. So our AI can exploit the grammar structure and take this thing and make it work. And this is that is how it solves all the three issues. First issues with the results. Our AI can cluster the entire data, which means that our AI can automatically group these things based on a contextual similarity, not an exact similarity, but a contextual similarity. And our AI can automatically bring these things into groups based on that, and can rank these groups. And our AI can extract the things and can show that, okay, these are all the jargons into it, these are all the common things into it, these are all the high priority issues, these are all the low priority issues, these are all other things, and so on. You will get to know what exactly the customer talking about, what exactly these are all issues, and what are those things that customer talking about, the phrases, the keywords, and so on. The second thing is that the fake and unwanted spam. So our AI, as I said, it can automatically cluster, so it can automatically weed out these fake things. As it can find the distribution, it can automatically show you that the correct intent people are doing it, not the others. So it can, even if there is a combined mix of, say, different languages or in different scripts, it can automatically cleanly separate it without any historical data, without any training. Third issue is that the historical data, yes, our AI exploits the grammatical structure, so it doesn't need a historical data. It doesn't need all these things to make it work. And you don't have to train it. You can simply throw the data, it can automatically work. The best part is that all these things come with explainers. So something like you can actually take a look at the results. The results are machine readable. The results are human readable. So you can actually look at the results and you can actually see what is going on. And then you can figure it out. Is there anything you want to change it? Or you want to something else, like you want a better accuracy or a better coverage? You can make this thing work. And then it comes in any multiple formats or anything, it can automatically make it work too, even if it is in a different language or a structured grammar, structured data. Unstructured data, it can automatically work. It doesn't need any kind of a manual intervention. So all these things you can install it in your own system, which means that our AI doesn't need any GPUs or any specialized hardware. You can host it on your premise. Then the data will never leave your system. So everything is safe and secure. Yes, it is human readable and machine readable. You can even save the data in your own database, historical database, or if you have already the work pipeline is going on, you can simply plug in those results. And we also offer free trial. So if you are struggling with the sentiment analysis, just talk to me and we can fix your issues and make your business viable and working again.